Woo! We're moving on, baby! Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm recapping the second game of the Wildcard series. Astros over the Twins 3-1. We out-hit them 5-3, and we are moving on to the American League Division Series. I am super pumped up. The Astros held the Twins this series. Before I get any further, I want to say the Twins were held this series to 2 runs in the 2 games and 7 combined hits. If I heard that the Astros held a team during the regular season to a game where they scored 2 runs on 7 hits, I'd say, wow, that's a good game by our pitching staff. But the fact that this is 2 games in a playoff series, that's the Twins' playoff woes have 100% continued on. This has been rough. This is their 18th straight playoff loss. That is insane, and I believe it's their 9th straight series loss, like counting wildcard games, because that's technically a series. The Twins have not had a good go about it recently, and today it continued. They didn't give up a lot of runs. To the Twins' credit, they didn't give up a lot of runs. They gave up 7 through the 2 games, which that's not a ton. Technically, that's below average. The average up until this year, I'm not sure, but has basically always been 4.5 runs per game. So they held them below average. Their offense just didn't get anything going. And it didn't help that one of their players was thrown out of the game earlier, which, side note, that might have been one of the main things, because I thought that kind of deflated the entirety of their team. I don't know if my necklace is out. It's not. Hark. But yeah, this was another rough game for the Twins. Starting with our starting pitching, Jose Urquidy got the start. I only mention this because I like to make fun of it, because I dislike the super overtly weird statistics. Today was the first ever playoff start by 2 pitchers, both named Jose, getting the start. Why is that a thing? I don't know, but it certainly is. Jose Urquidy got the start for us. He went 4 1/3. He had an earned run thrown against him, even though Rayleigh is the one that gave the hit that scored the run. I'll get to that in a second. But he was very good. He had similar first inning problems to Greinke yesterday, but he still got out of it fine. 1 run, 4 1/3, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. That was a very good outing by Jose Urquidy. The 1 run came across when Brooks Rayleigh came in relief in the 5th. He went 2/3 of an inning. He gave up a hit, he gave up a walk, and he gave up a strikeout. Or got a strikeout, I guess I should say. Brooks Rayleigh, he wasn't terrible, and we were able to keep it only tied because of an incredible play by Kyle Tucker getting it into Correa, and Correa throwing a missile to Maldonado, and Maldonado diving. Is there anything more fun than a play at the plate when your team gets the out? Is there anything more fun? Maldonado, that was a great play by Maldi. That was a great play by Correa. Great play all around by him. That was a very key moment. Because that could have given momentum. If they score the 2 runs there and they get the lead, that would have given them momentum. Or even if they would have just held them up and they would have had a tie game, that could have given it to them in their favor for the momentum. But Correa threw a fast, it wasn't quite a strike, but it was fast, and Maldi just threw himself at him, got the out, got out of the inning. That was massive. Christian Javier then tried to make his bid for an incredible relief appearance, like Valdez yesterday. He went 3 no-hit innings. He no-hit for 3 innings. The Twins, who were a fantastic team this year. 3 innings, no hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Javier got the win. Javier was very, very good today. Presley came in the 9th, and I think I was just being a little overtly nervous. That's probably what it was, but he kind of cruised. 1-2-3 inning, no hits, no walks, 2 Ks, and you get out of it. I did want to mention this, and I'm mentioning it so I can show everyone. I mention it even when it doesn't bother me, it doesn't affect us. The strike zone today and yesterday to an extent was terrible by the umps. Yesterday's strike zone wasn't quite as bad, but today's was kind of atrocious. And you could see that because one of the Twins got thrown out. And I don't blame him for getting mad. I think you kind of just got to let it happen in a playoff game, because getting thrown out in a playoff game can totally mess up your team, especially the momentum. But that strike zone today was bad. And it was bad for both teams. But it wasn't just bad for both teams in certain ways. It was just completely inconsistent for both teams, and it was really weird. Hopefully the strike zone is better for the ALDS. Yeah, it was a weird strike zone today. The offense, 2 of our 3 runs were batted in by who else but Kyle Tucker, who is having an amazing breakout season. He got the first run in the 4th, got his second run of the day, batted in, but the 3rd for the Astros in the 9th, and sandwiched in between there in the 7th was a Correa missile, dead center. We moved on. We have done it. I am not sure that I've seen too many brackets by anyone, and not just, Joe Schmoes like my friends or people on Instagram that have a couple hundred followers, but I've seen brackets done by anyone, even larger people that are well known throughout the sports world, having the Astros move on. And they did it in pretty commanding fashion, I might add. 2-game, quick, dust your hands off, move on. Like, this was a very quick series, and the Astros just looked like the better team. Like, we didn't look great through the series. Again, 7 runs, it's not fantastic. It's still below average. But we got it done, and I was very happy with this. And hear me out. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but I think the Twins and everyone in baseball sort of saying, oh, the Astros are not going to make it past the wildcard round. They gave the Astros something back that we haven't really had since the whole scandal broke, and really since like halfway through last season when everyone started to pick us to win the World Series. We haven't really had that chip on our shoulder, and that is what we excelled at in 17 when no one picked us to move on past the divisional round, and certainly not to win the World Series. We had a chip on our shoulder then. We sort of lost it the next year when we got basically swept by the Red Sox. I know we won the first game, but then 4 games straight where they just owned us. And then last year, we had it going into we kind of had it for a little bit last year, but we didn't really get it done. But we, once again this year, were allowed, since we had a below 500 record going into the postseason, we were sort of able to get that chip on our shoulder again with this series. And I'm hoping this gets it going for us because we got it done. This was just a great series. The Astros got out of it. We won in 2 quick games. We will not have a game until Monday, and then we will either face Oakland or the White Sox. So I'm really excited about that. Just pumped. We got out of the series. I thought it was going to 3 100%. I did not think we were going to sweep. If anything, I was a little bit nervous they might sweep us. But we got it done. I'm super excited. So yeah. Oh, I did want to mention this because it's the first milestone I've actually hit on this channel. I hit, I believe yesterday, 1,000 channel views. So that is I'm very touched by that. It's not a huge milestone or anything, and most people might not even think anything of it, but yeah, I'm very pleased with that. So thank you guys for that. I mean, it's only been a little less than 3 months since I started posting on here, and I've hit the 1,000 mark. So I'm really excited about that. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching and listening to me ramble about the Wildcard series. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. I'll talk to you guys Monday night when we get back to the divisional round with the White Sox and or Oakland. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Stros.